and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the MBK Productions podcast. I'm your host, Mac, joined here as usual with my co-host, with both Kristen. Kristen, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fabulous today, Mr. Mac. How you been?
Doing good, doing good. And we're not here alone. We are back with a special guest, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong. Last time this man was on here, we were talking about Gladiator 2.
Believe so. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. But we're joined by James Shaw, everyone.
Yay!
Yeah, welcome back, James.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate always a good time talking movies with you too. So thank you.
Well, first of all, let's ask, what have you been up to? What movies have you been seeing? I know you watched the latest Jason Statham movie, but what else have you been up to? There's a new Kristen Stewart movie out. I want to know what your thoughts on everything you've been watching lately.
Yeah, we'll start with Mutiny. It was typical, Jason Statham movie. Someone messed up at Amazon though, and they put the movie up last night. You can watch for free. It was
Uh-oh.
Really?
taken. Yeah, it was quickly taken down.
Yeah.
And then of course, I watched my Kristen Stewart movie. So that was
The Wrong Girls, right?
The Wrong Girls. Yes,
Yeah.
it was. I'm a little biased, but I thought it was a clever movie. And yeah, just been watching so much stuff. Got a packed week, the rest of the week with movies. So yeah,
All right, so I have to ask, what's been your favorite movie you've seen so far this year?
it's been. I'll go with The Invite.
The Invite.
Correct.
That's been such a good film. And I think Olivia Wilde saw your post, right?
Correct. Yeah,
That was
we talk.
awesome.
Yeah, we talk occasionally. So that's not one of the reasons why it's number one. But
I
yeah.
don't know if
So
you're
I
joking or
feel
not.
No, he's
no,
not.
no, no. I'm not.
He's
We
not. He's
talk. But
not.
that, oh, I think he's talking about is that the reason why it's number one? No, that's not the reason why it's number one. If we're going off of that, I would have picked I Want Your Sex as number one, right? Because we get here in a different type of position. But no, The
Oh
Invite,
God.
fantastic movie. Fantastic
No, I mean,
movie.
you got a life, you got to connect to Olivia Wilde.
Yes.
Want to tell her we said hi for the people that watch her
Tell
Don't
her
Worry
shout
Darling
out to the
podcast,
Invite.
and tell her that movie
Well,
was a disaster. Uh,
which one? Invite?
no, Don't Worry Darling. Because I'm a client of that movie for
Oh,
4 years. That's one of my
Oh.
yeah.
favorite franchises of all time. But James, man, I gotta ask you the opposite question. What's been your least favorite movie so far this year?
Oh man. It's been a lot. What I see recently absolutely hated. Was it a horror movie? I don't recall. There's been so many bad movies, to be honest with
The
you. Top
Ice
of my
Cream
head.
Man
Yeah,
was
oh yes, I'm sorry. I'm
terrible.
sorry. Ice Cream Man. Yes. Right now, the Ice Cream Man is the worst contender, but we'll see if Insidious just might dethrone it because I had no hope for the Ice Cream Man. So,
Yeah.
I
but
forgot
I mean,
we got
yeah,
Insidious.
Yeah. And
yeah,
then
Insidious tomorrow. So we'll see.
and
Oh
you've been
shit.
talking about that popcorn bucket. I've seen you been sharing your thoughts on that popcorn bucket.
Yeah, that's gonna be one bucket. I told my people AMC, you don't gotta worry. I'm not buying. I'm not buying this for thirty
I
seven
don't think
dollars.
anybody's gonna expect that popcorn to sell out anytime soon. With that face, like imagine that sitting up on like your display with everybody's
Yeah,
popcorn stuff. I'd be like questioning that. I'd be like, whoa! It's like doing a double take as you like pass by. Like
yeah,
it's like sitting on top of your kitchen, like with your, mugs and whatnot, and then you just walk past like this creepy looking face that's like eyes bulging out and red and black. It's like,
Imagine paying money
no.
to go see Insidious in 2026. That's crazy. But anyway, we James's social medias will be in the description below. It's great to have you on. So today's episode, we're gonna be talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day, give our thoughts and takes on it, and figure out what the hell's next for this webhead. But y'all, are you ready to get into the news?
Yes, I am.
All right,
let's get it.
let's get right into the news.
This is CNN.
All right, so the news for this week, I'll start off with my news story. Speaking about movies that weren't good this year, but they made a shitload of money, were y'all a fan of Scary Movie 6?
I didn't even watch it
No,
yet.
James is quick with it now. Were you not a fan of the Wayans brothers shitting on all the Gen Zers and their being all pussified and shit like that?
no. I was hopeful that with them returning, I thought they would change, but it looks like you just can't. If a movie was made like years ago and you try to adapt it now, I guess it just doesn't work. Everyone's too sensitive now, I guess. But I thought they would have been the ones to stick to their comedy style, and I just felt like it was not the same scary movie that we had in the past. I think a lot of the jokes were watered down. I think they tried to play it safe. Actually, it wasn't even funny, so I guess I won't say jokes, but it just wasn't what it used to be. Or maybe I just grown and just didn't find them as entertaining anymore. So I'm fortunate it didn't, make its money, but I think my fault too for getting so excited like the rest of us, right? We all
Well,
got excited. Oh, the Waynes are back.
well,
It's
actually, looking on according to Screen Rant, is that Scary Movie 6 is actually the second highest grossing movie in the entire franchise because
That's
it came
crazy.
in with it has 24% on Rotten Tomatoes, but is actually sitting at $231.8 million at the box office. While the first one has $278 million at the box office.
That's
But
wild.
the news coming out is that if you want to watch Scary Movie 6, it's going to be on Paramount Plus, coming out September 3rd, a month and a half after it's going to be on released on digital platforms and also on 4K and Blu-ray as well too. I mean, I
Okay.
watched it. I thought it was pretty entertaining. I guess I'm just like, I liked it because it was just something where I'm like, okay, this is like, I love the original Scary Movie, and I was excited that the
A lot of
Waynes.
people love it.
I was excited that the Waynes were back with it, and there were some jokes I did like where he's like, when they did the Sinners parody, he's like, we're gonna play some good times, do some half gay shit. Why just half gay? Like that made me fucking laugh for some reason and shit like
Wasn't
that.
Kai Cenat in it?
Everyone was in it.
Yeah, like I thought there
they,
was like something in that.
everyone was in it. It's the new age or stuff like that. But
Yeah, it's
that's the
true.
problem with it, where you can definitely tell when, like, even watching the first one, how they reference a lot of stuff that was present back then. They're doing a lot with it, like now, and it didn't really work out with it. But hey, if you liked it, it's gonna be on Paramount Plus on September 3rd, so give it a watch.
I want to watch it because of Regina Hall. I think
Honestly,
she's really funny.
her and Anna Faris kind of carried that movie, the new one, a
yeah,
little bit.
Oh, okay.
They have the best kept. It's just like the joke was like, I'm a Democrat. And no, it's okay. I'm a conservative Republican, so I hate everyone now. But I can't wait to see you again. Like, okay, that's kind of fun. Like you got a little laugh. There's some laughs to be had in the new movie. Like it's not. I think like what was I remember Double Toast said they hated it. And I'm like, it wasn't that bad. Like I definitely will say like it's not terrible.
How does it compare to the other scary movie ones? Because I've seen so many people's various opinions on it. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are on it. Because I'll eventually watch it on streaming, but
The first two are the only really good ones.
yeah.
Maybe like half of three, but like everything after three, four, especially the fifth one. The fifth one was terrible because
the
the fifth
one I hated was the one was 6 with Ashley Tisdale in it. I
that
thought
was the
that
fifth one.
movie that was the
Yeah.
fifth one.
Yep.
Oh yeah. That one was terrible. Like absolutely atrocious. Like I never wanted to get up and leave a movie so badly, but my sister really wanted to see it because she was an Ashley Tisdale fan at the time.
Right.
So, I stayed because it was for her birthday, but I just was like, oh, yeah, this is really bad. This is really, really bad. So, but yeah, but I'm happy there's an audience. I'm sure we're gonna get a Scary Movie 7. I wouldn't be surprised, especially if it does well on streaming. Alrighties. Let's see. Moving on to my piece of news. I'm going to talk about the lineup from Disney's D23. All the movies. There's so many movies that were
Says
announced
we're
for
not going to take too
D23.
long, and then proceeds to send the entire lineup of
No,
T23.
it'll be quick. I got this news article from abcnews.com and it was breaking down everything. So, this is like an announcement thing where they were talking about the trailers, the theme parks, but I'm solely focusing on movies because that's what we do here. So,
Right.
here are some of the movies that they announced. Frozen 3. It'll feature a wedding, a new villain, a new love interest, and a new
Guys.
music.
Move on. Next
Of course.
movie.
Okay. In theaters, November 24th, 2027. I'm going to be watching that, of course. Hex will arrive in theaters on November 25th, featuring Walton Goggins, Haley Steinfeld, and Jodie Foster, starring in her first ever Disney animated film. Theatrical screenings will include the all new animated short Lilo and Scratch. Bluey the movie will arrive in theaters on August 6, 2027, and D23 attendees got the
Nice.
first look at the teaser trailer and poster for the CG animated film.
I fucks
Uh,
with Bluey.
The new Simpsons movie will be released in September 2027. Let's see, Avengers Doomsday, of course. Stars assembled on stage to give fans a special look at the new movie, hitting theaters on December 18th. The X-Men Here, the major thing has a new cast that includes Adam Driver, Kit Connor, Christopher Abbott, Samara Weaving, and Indy Navarrete, and Maya Boyd. And then here's one I think I might be the most excited about everything. I mean, we got all the Marvel stuff, but a movie I loved so much last year, Zootopia 3 is in the works. Two of the movie stars, Jennifer Goodwin and Ke Huy Quan, announced alongside Disney Animation Studios head Jared Bush. Clay, a new animated movie starring Kieran Culkin as a rebellious misfit Flip, is coming to theaters in November 2028. It is set in a magical forest full of fantastical creatures, said the company. And another one I'm very excited about, Star Wars Starfighter, will arrive on May 28, 2027, according to the director Sean Levy and star Ryan Gosling. They revealed that the Gosling's character is called Cade Aderon, I hope I said that correctly, and screened a teaser exclusively for The Room. Incredibles 3 is coming to theaters in summer 2028, and the Parr children will take center stage in the movie, according to Peter Docter, Chief Creative Officer at Pixar Animation Studios. Coco 2, something I was not expecting.
Yes, Coco, love that movie.
Such a great film. Was not expecting to hear the announcement of a Coco 2. Coco 2 will premiere in movie theaters in November 2029. Isn't that crazy I'm saying that? According to actor Benjamin Bratt, who also shared that he'll be reprising his role as Ernesto de la Cruz in the movie. Princess Diaries 3. Now, I have some thoughts about this because Julie Andrews is not returning. Princess Diaries 3 is currently underway. The movie star Anne Hathaway announced on stage, adding that the team is hard at work on the highly anticipated movie. I'm not too stoked about them, and because, the Queen, Julie Andrews, is not returning. I'm a little bummed about that. Lilo & Stitch 2 will premiere in theaters on May 28, 2028, and according to the newly released image, will feature a new character, Angel. Ice Age Boiling Point, starring Queen Latifah, Dennis Leary, is debuting only in theaters February 5th of 2027. Oh my goodness, the live-action Tangled movie is coming to theaters March 31st, 2028. Ghost Street will be released in spring 2028, becoming Pixar's first Ghost movie. And that's it. Lots of movies coming from D23, but a lot of things that are pretty exciting. I'm definitely most excited about Zootopia 3 and Star Wars Starfighter. Guys, what are your most anticipated films from this lineup? I know
Mine would be probably Coco too, but I'm nervous. I love Coco. I don't think we needed a sequel, but
Yeah,
I
I
guess
agree.
we're in that age where, hey, what movie have we not done a sequel to that was successful? Oh, Coco. Let's do it.
Why not? We can do it for Inside Out. We can do it for Inside Out too. Why not? Mac, I need to get your thoughts on the X-Men.
Who the fuck are half of these people?
You don't know? Obsession, man.
Why? I know that's the joke.
Movie?
That's the joke.
Okay.
Well, so they have to be. I know Christopher Abbott. I know Indy. I know Adam Driver. But I'm like, I know Emma Frost and Mario. I was like, who the fuck are these people? But I was like, I think I posted about it. I said, like, hey, solid casting, good for Indy. She's gonna be. I heard she turned down a horror movie in Heat 2, which you must have a lot of faith that this X-Men movie is gonna do good. Because it's not coming out for another 2 years. We'll see because the cast isn't finished. We don't know who's Magneto yet. We don't know we already know who Jean Grey is. Spoiler.
Yeah.
I guess this, I need to see this fully cast out because honestly, I know we got a majority of the main X-Men out, but until we find out who Gambit and Wolverine is, I'm not gonna
I'm just real excited about Samara Weaving joining the cast.
I'm excited about Adam Driver because he said no for all these years. I wonder how much money they paid him. He's like, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like when they're gonna bait Leonardo DiCaprio because I know he said he would never do it, and then Timothy Chalamet said he would never do it, but
you'll do it for producer credit and money.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'm curious to see what all these movies have in store for audiences. Lots of good titles, but Mac, what is your last piece of news?
All right, this news for a movie I'm actually excited about. Noah Centineo, he got to see the new Street Fighter movie coming out in October early. He gave us some high praise, so take it with a grain of salt. He is one of the stars of the movie, but he says that it gets glowing early review from him, which teases him hundreds of Easter eggs, and that it's a fun time to be had. As many of you know, we're getting the new Street Fighter movie coming out in October. We got a lot of people in this fucking movie. We got Noah Centineo. Let me see real quick what this cast is looking like. We have Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Jason Momoa, Kalina Liang. Let's see, David. I hope I pronounced his name. David Malchian.
Mhm.
He's M. Bison, Andrew Schultz, Eric Andre, 50 Cent, uh, Andrew Koji. So this movie has a stacked lineup. It's directed by Kiyato Sakuria. He's worked with Eric Andre before. He was a writer director of Bad Trip. And this is his third attempt at a film. And of course, this is the second attempt at a Street Fighter movie after the 1994 Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, which I will defend because Raul Julia gave us the best performance of Bison. So I am really excited for Street Fighter. Are y'all excited for Street Fighter?
I think it looks kind of awesome. Not gonna lie, I haven't really played Street Fighter. I just know that like it's so big in gaming and pop culture, but I am impressed with the cast, especially the lineup that's there. I think it might be like a fun watch. I think they're at least the marketing is looking at it from the perspective of Mortal Kombat, but I think they really want this movie to do better than Mortal Kombat, like financially, I should say. But I think it has a crazy cast with that's all over the board because I was not expecting Orville Peck, who's like a country music singer, to be starring in it. I was not expecting him to appear in it, but I saw the trailer the other day when I went to go see the end of Oak Street, and my husband looked at me and he goes, "Is that Eric Andre?" Like my husband is obsessed with Eric Andre. He thinks he's one of the best comedians, so he's like, "All right, I'll be set for Eric Andre." So if Noah thinks it's good, then hopefully we're gonna be in for a good ride.
Yeah, I think I like the marketing for it. I think it knows it's like not trying to be too serious, right? And I think
Hmm.
that's how this movie needs to work. I think Mortal Kombat, at least the first one, tried to be something that is not, right. Just embrace the idea of the game, and I think that Street Fighter is going to do that. Like I'm not expecting Oscar-winning movie. It doesn't have to be right. As long as it's just, as long as I feel like I'm still playing the game, which that's the vibe I'm getting, and everyone seems like based on the trailer that they're having a good time with it, right? So yeah, interesting cast. So I'm definitely expecting it to be just a turn your brain off type of movie, right? And as long as I get that, then I'm cool. Don't try to be serious and make the plot all detailed. Just give us the fight. That's
Throw
why
in
we're
the
there.
Easter eggs, do all
Yeah,
that
Well, I
fun
think
exactly.
stuff.
it's
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see too because this movie does well. That's two video game movies that did well this year with Mortal Kombat 2 and Street Fighter. And you think about
Right.
Mortal Kombat 2 actually went away from the serious stuff because I know that was one of the complaints from the first one in
Yeah.
2021. It did more like a little bit more took itself less serious and actually made it
Yeah.
more
It was
fun.
a little
Like
better. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
love Mortal Kombat 2. And I'm excited for it. Like I said, this cast is absolutely I want to see like how 50 Cent's gonna do his ball wrong and like
Did
fucking
you
David as M. Bison. Like if he can do a good job as Raul Julia did in the original one, I'm happy for that.
did you see the cast at last year at the Game Awards? Because they came out on stage together.
Yeah, because they dropped the teaser trailer. So they dropped that dud duh. He's like, hit you with the punk tactics. Hit you with the I was like, ah I was like, okay, I'm down for this movie. I like this.
I liked how they all came out at the D20, not D23. I'm going to talk about that next one last time, but the Game Awards. So we'll see how it turns out. Mac, I know we're probably going to be talking about it, correct?
Yep. What's your news segment? What's going on?
Alrighties, as we close out, this is one piece of news story that came from D23 and involves someone we have talked about numerous times on the podcast, Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson describes lizard music as Willy Wonka from the mind of Benny Safdie. Details 5-hour makeup process to play 70-year-olds. Here we go. This article is coming from Deadline, published by Destiny Jackson and Glenn Garner. Here we go, guys. Following his transformation from the Smashing Machine, Dwayne Johnson is back with Benny Safdie for their next project. While speaking with Deadline on Sunday at D23, the Golden Globe nominee revealed that he's begun production on the Safdie-helmed Lizard music, for which he undergoes 5 hours of makeup every day to play a man in his 70s. We're in full production. It's called Lizard Music. I'm with Benny Safdie again. That's my guy, he said. Imagine Willy Wonka, but from the mind of Benny Safdie. Johnson continued, I play a, oh my gosh, I can't even, a Seragontan man. I'm going to spell the word Septuagintarian, man. I don't even know how to properly pronounce that. I am so sorry, y'all. Now that I didn't know what the hell that meant, so I had to Google it. Just like me, I'm gonna have to Google it after that. It means you're in your 70s. So you transform, and it's 5 hours of makeup every day. So we're with Kazuhiro, who is a legend in Hollywood. He has not been nominated for the Smashing Machine for our prosthetics, and he is helping me transform. So far, we're in our second week, and it already has been an unbelievable experience. It's the thing that I'm telling my kids, run towards that thing. It is something that I ran towards and chased the challenge, and this was a challenge for me. I love Benny. He's one of my best friends and most embraced collaborators, so I can't wait for you to see it. So
Man is doing everything but wrestling. He just said, "Let me just do this real quick."
let me transform into a 70-year-old man.
Oh, okay. It's another Benny Safdie directed and written movie. That means he's gonna get good reviews, and no one's gonna watch it.
All right, here's the last part of it. So just so you're all aware. As Deadline exclusively announced, the film is based on Daniel Pinkwater's novel. Safdie told us, told Deadline, Lizard Music is about a kid who discovers an island of lizards that are sentient and play music. They have broadcast TV and they want him to come and see them. And then he teams up with the Chicken Man, who Dwayne plays, and they go on this adventure to find the land of the lizards. Do with that information. I never read the book or read any of the novel, but we'll see how that turns out. No word on a release date yet, but production is in full swing, and Dwayne Johnson sounds real happy about it. So, guys, your thoughts on Dwayne Johnson's another transformative makeup experience?
And gotta be honest, I'm over Dwayne Johnson, if I'm being honest. I like Safdie, but this sounds. I like Reptiles, but this sounds awful. I'll have to see
This
something.
could go really, really well and really creative, or this could go off the walls and just be like, what did I watch?
Yeah, I like Dwayne Johnson as a person, but I think he's missing a lot of these movies as of late. Smash Machine was good, but I think he just needs to go back to wrestling, honestly.
Did you like the live action one? I thought it was terrible.
I thought it was fine. I mean, it was fine. It wasn't. Well, definitely not better for. I still my view. I think you can watch. My opinion, you can watch either or. That's my opinion. I thought they were both fine. He did okay in that. I had very low expectations going in, so maybe I should have preferenced that. I had very, 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 very low expectations. So
see, that's what my low expectations were for Moana, but I was just very frustrated how it turned out. Mac,
I mean, what are you expecting about it? It's a live action remake of a movie that came out 10 years ago. Like, it's different of like, oh, this came out in the 90s. It's something came out 10 years ago that you knew that was going to look stupid looking live action. So I feel like even if you had low expectations, the fact that they go lower is even impressive with that. Like, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. This sounds stupid. I mean, looking at this cast we have here, I like Regina Hall, at least Alicia. I need Money Silverstone. You know, she's gonna be in a movie that is gonna be big. This is probably gonna come out like it says it's wrapping filming in October. I pray to God this comes out in January. Let this be a January like Double Crown movie,
like January of like not next year, but like obviously of like 2028.
But this will probably come out like probably
it'll come around award season. They're gonna push for that award season like Dwayne wants to do for like what he did with the Smashing Machine.
Yep, you're reading my mind. I was gonna say the award season and everything, and I don't know. I just think that Dwayne has at least he's gonna be in a. I think he's in a Scorsese movie coming up with Leonardo DiCaprio. He's in a cast with that, so I guess that's his last shot with this film. Like, I've never even heard about this. This sounds like a.
We did talk about Lizard Music, I think, once on the show, but I think
don't
remember
like a
while ago.
If we did, then I have no memories of it. I said this sounds like a bootleg. Where the Wild Things Are.
Oh no!
But hey, you do you, Dwayne. You go for that makeup effect. you do you, I guess.
Transform into a 70-year-old man. Anyways,
That's another thing too. Why is this big ass? You cannot buy the Rock's big ass as a 7-year-old man. Like, come on. Like with him in a smashing machine, at least they smoothed his face out. But like, you're telling me like he's gonna lose weight, and like he looks like an anemic Batista. Like
Yeah, that's
even
true.
more
Yeah,
skinnier.
yeah.
Yeah, like I can't buy him as like you're just gonna put more old man stuff on him too. But hey, we got this movie and we got Jumanji 3 coming out, so can't wait for that.
all right, anyways, I think that's the news. That's all I had on my end.
That's good. Yeah, good old Dwayne Stern. Maybe he'll be in Doomsday. Do you think The Rock will be in Doomsday? I think he'll be in
He could
Doomsday.
show up and be himself.
And then kill him
Might
off.
might as well put him in. Everybody else is in it. Might as well.
Right?
It's true.
When are we gonna get the like superhero squad from the Cartoon Network show? And they were like the squaddies, like team up squaddies. We need them in there. But speaking of superhero stuff, guys, let's get into the topic. Let's talk about Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
Losing it, kid.
You just hit me with a van, Frank!
Quit your whimpering.
This is the Hulk. What are you gonna do? Tickle him to death?
Spider-Man, Brand New Day, rated PG-13, July 31st.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the topic for this episode discussion. This is the first time we're talking about a live-action Spider-Man MCU film in 5 years on this podcast. I think that the last time we got to see the webhead on screen was in 2021. It's just absolutely crazy. But today's episode, we're going over the newest entry, the fourth Tom Holland movie, which is crazy to say. He's broken the curse. He's got went past 3. We're talking about Spider-Man: Brand New Day, directed by Destin Daniel Cretton and written by Eric Summers and Chris McKenna. It brings back Tom Holland, Mary Jane, Zendaya, Jacob Batalon. We also got newcomers with John Bernthal, Florence Pugh, Tramell Tillman, Marissa Tomei is back, Mark Ruffalo, and of course, Sadie Sink. And in the film, Peter Parker is on his own and dedicated to protecting New York City as the hero Spider-Man. His personal struggles and overworking causes his powers to evolve while he faces a new telepathic threat. So, they already announced like a few years ago, hey, we're going to do another Spider-Man movie because No Way Home made a shitload of money. We all had fun. We loved No Way Home. So we were eager to see what the next chapter would be, what would happen, especially after John Watts said that he would not be doing the new one. So they brought in Destin Daniel Cretton, who's turning into the new Golden Boy of the MCU, just coming off doing Shang-Chi, The Legend of 10 Rings. He also did Wonder Man, still a great show. Would recommend that. So he was tasked doing Spider-Man: Brand New Day, bringing in all these new characters and making it more street level. I definitely feel like this is the more street level of Spider-Man movies we've gotten since like the first one. It was a lot of rumors of like, hey, when will this take place? Will this set up Doomsday? Because as we all know, Spider-Man, is he going to be in Doomsday or Secret Wars? He's going to play a big part because look who's Doctor Doom. Will have a connection to that. And we'll just hear they set up it's going to be its own story that's going to take place before it. And then, he'll set him up for when he comes in and everything. So a lot of hype with it, a lot of speculation, especially when they said, hey, we got Sadie Sink from Stranger Things. She's playing this mystery character. Yeah, mystery character. She could be. I don't know.
Could it be?
Is she Rogue? Is she? Oh no! And then you see everything. And spoilers ahead. She's fucking Jean Grey. It's from
It was
X-Men.
very obvious when it was like when the casting was all going on. It was like I was talking to one of my friends that I saw it with because there was a group of us that went, and I was like, me and the other cinephile that's in the group were like, yeah, it was kind of obvious, but
Maybe she's Black
nobody
Cat.
else knew. Yeah, maybe she's Black Cat.
Or maybe
But
she's
it was
Miles
just-
Morales. Or is she
Ugh.
Gwen Stacy? It's just like we don't know what's going on. But everyone was curious to see what this movie would be. And man, you want to talk about a movie that I think has over-delivered. I can say Brand New Day over-delivered because currently, as I was recording, it is not only the highest grossing film of 2026, it is also the highest grossing Spider-Man movie of all time. And
That's wild.
and the 8th highest grossing movie of all time at $2.04 billion. So we'll start with our guest, James. What the hell is Brand New Day? What is going on? How is this movie making records right now?
I think it's just striking while the iron's hot, man. I think that's what it is. For me, I think I like the movie. I didn't love it. I still think Spider-Man 2 is the best one, and people who
Amen to
think
that.
differently, people think differently. We can talk about it. But I think the big thing about this movie was, of course, the speculation. Like we all knew who us smart people knew who Stacey was playing, so they're just trying to surround this mystery. Who she's playing is going to be a secret, and I think they sacrificed some things, in my opinion, to try to withhold that secret. Or we also thought there were other characters that were going to be in it because of No Way Home. We thought, oh, okay, there's probably going to be,
Mhm.
a scene with Spider-Man in the hand. Oh, there's room for two other people. So I think they were just trying to hide that in secrecy. And I don't, and we got Tombstone for 5 seconds. I mean, come on, So my issue in general with all these Spider-Man movies is that he don't have a singular villain that's his own. That's my big problem with all these Tom Holland movies. There's not one villain that is just his villain. So
Well, it's been interesting to see how Spider-Man has so many villains because especially we saw all those villains really in No Way Home with everybody in it,
right.
and because of everybody who was starring in that with Willem Dafoe and Jamie Foxx, everybody coming back to for that particular film was just insane. Back in 2021, which was also the same year, going back to Dustin Daniel Cretton, that was also the same year as Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings also came out. So I just find with Marvel villains in general, they're not always the best. I feel like, they have their moments. Some are like absolutely incredible. But I thought the Jean Grey here situation, I thought she was good. I think everything that was surrounding this movie was a mature take on the story. This showed an evolved Spider-Man and seeing everything that all the consequences and everything that he has done from this and everything that happened with setting up for Doomsday, everything that was just going on with that film, that he's consequences of his actions, if I'm saying that correctly, that at least he's dealing with everything from the last film and seeing everybody change and evolve. I thought it was really, really interesting, and I just felt this was the best we saw Tom Holland. I think as the character, I think this is the story itself was grounded, I think, on that level. But I think if we're talking like grandiose, all in Marvel, I think that was what we saw in the last Spider-Man film. But I think this one is a good story. I think the story with all the characters that are involved, with especially with Zendaya and Ned, and seeing Aunt May come back, I thought it was really interesting. Matt.
I still think No Way Home was better. It felt like more of an event because we knew like what was going to happen with that. I think that this movie was so good. I said in my review I thought it was unfocused a little bit in the second act because, like James mentioned, I think that the problem with Brand New Day has is that it feels very like a lack of villains with it because you're like, okay, we got the whole bot. They did the whole Fantastic Four, where it was like, we're gonna talk about how we fought all these villains in the beginning of the movie and just do a montage of it. And then now it's like peace, and then it's like, okay, we gotta get the new villain in there. But would you even consider Jean Grey a villain, or was she just an anti-hero? And then you're like, okay, who's the real villain? And like, I'm sorry, this is 2 years in a row that I feel like they wasted the Hulk in a Marvel movie. Like, I need the Hulk to get his own movie. I need him to get his flowers because last year we had a Brave New World with it not even being a Captain America movie. It felt like a Hulk sequel, just like, hey, let's just slap Captain America to here. But this one, they're like, shit, okay, we need to get everyone ready for Doomsday. Let's bring back Mark Ruffalo. We haven't seen you since She-Hulk. You have a way because it's like, oh, you're hulking out now. And I mean, didn't
Right.
see it. Oh, go ahead, James.
No, go good. Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah. You see him actually get big as he first. I will say, seeing Hulk get that big again for the first time, just like Avengers. I'm like, finally, damn! And then like, I feel like that fight was cool, especially with the Punisher was involved, but I felt it was too short.
Right.
Like, I felt like there could have been more of that, and like, I think the main thing that helps this film a lot definitely is Tom Holland's performance, but I think his chemistry with John Bernthal as Punisher is really, really strong. Like, I want to see them do more adventures together because they bounce off each other. Really,
I think
really
that was
well.
kind of like how Spider-Man has like had a lot of team ups with a lot of the heroes that we have seen across in the story, because it was kind of like that with him and Doctor Strange and like him and Iron Man. So
Well, not Doctor Strange. Just Doctor Strange more of was like, hey, don't do this. Doctor Strange didn't do anything till the end. At least Punisher helped him out fight the Hulk.
That's true. I think the fight between Hulk and Spider-Man was pretty good, but that was just a wild scene to see that played out on screen. Um, I absolutely loved everything that involved Peter and Zendaya. I'm like blanking. Why am I blanking on
MJ.
MJ? Thank you. I was gonna say Jean Grey, but
There's
obviously
a
it's not. I'm just thinking of that.
there's some
But
stuff there that I go into, but I'm gonna save it.
oh, you don't want to talk about it?
Well, I will let James say what he has to say first. This is like there's an issue with the little writing with that whole subplot that bothers me.
Oh, okay. James, your thoughts with the Zendaya and Tom Holland?
Yeah. I of course that's like the driving point of this movie. I thought their chemistry, you could tell obviously that they've felt in real life, you can see the chemistry is now fully on display in the movie. Not I guess not issue. I guess I didn't have any issue with it, per se. But yeah, I mean, I expected some. What my issue, I guess, with it is with the whole letter reveal. Like, how does she know that he was writing to her? I don't think he ever said MJ on it, or maybe he did. I don't think he said MJ on the letter. So how does she know that he was talking about her?
Mhm.
How did he always talk about her? Then I didn't really. Again, that's me nitpicking. I could nitpick some small things, but yeah, a little relationship between them. I think that really made the movie, and same with him and Punisher. I think the relationships that Spider-Man formed in this movie and continued relationships really what drove it home. I guess the real villain would be just this idea of being alone, right? So I understand the real villain was really him kind of going through these changes and sort of trying to navigate this new life and sort of deal with the consequences of your actions. So I guess that's really the real villain of the movie, which I appreciate. But yeah, I mean, overall, it was definitely a good. The script really did help the movie without having a lack of a villain. The script really helped you really get emotionally invested. I think at this point we're all emotionally invested now. They did such a good job setting up the last one, right? The ending. We're waiting to see how this is going to happen. So I think that was a fantastic job that they thought about that. So it's in here on the cliffhanger. Same with Spider Verse, right? In on the cliffhanger. So ready for the next one to see where that story goes. But I think the story was really really well written, and the emotional beats was there. I was worried about, well, not worried if Krantz could do it because he did Shang-Chi, which I think is an underrated movie and we need to see more of
That's
that
great.
character. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was overall very solid with him and MJ. But yeah, Mac, what's your issue? I'm curious.
My thing with the problem with the whole like MJ stuff and him and stuff like this, like, okay, you made the spell that made everyone forget you, and it's like I don't know what he thought. What did he think was gonna happen when he read that letter, or like he kept that letter with him for 5 years at the first timeline, and he's like, was he expecting her to be like, I remember you slowly, but like no. It was like because it's like even when Jean Grey possessed her for a second, and she's like, "Yeah, there's no memories of you at all," and stuff like that. Because again, was he guessing that MJ would use like her intuition to be like, "I think I remember you"?
Well, something
But
like that is like technically that is unlocked from Ned's perspective from when we see it at the end, like
well,
when they do the handshake.
I don't even think it's that. I think he just puts two and two together because MJ said Peter when he was leaving as Spider-Man. And he goes like, "Spider-Man's name is Peter." It's like maybe it's just from that. I don't think it was his memory unlocking. That's my theory with that. But I was like,
Okay.
Right.
I was wondering like, what did he think was gonna happen of like not him, especially him not like introducing himself at the end of the movie. Did he think he's like, I'll just do it alone because like I'll just do it in secret. And I will say the interaction with them after that when she's like, I don't love you. I remember everyone in the theater just said, damn. I was
Yeah,
like,
I felt that
like,
though.
whoa. And I was like, Spider-Man's a better man to me because she's like, can I get a ride home? I said, fuck no, get the fuck out of here. I
And
was like,
catch
no,
an Uber.
yeah,
He's a
but
nice guy. He's gonna,
he is.
he
But
can't say no because what are you gonna do? Leave her stranded and have,
but it did,
punish her, bring her home? I think,
it did,
I think he would bring her home, but still.
it did lead to a good scene when he brought her back to the apartment and he got to meet Ned and they actually felt like they were hanging out again. Like him and
That was
Spider-Man.
like one
That
of
was
the
good.
best scenes. I think that was like one of my favorite scenes that ultimately stands out. Um, I also really enjoyed because I've been seeing a lot of people talk about this particular character, Not Florence Pugh. Where do my notes go?
Oh, that's another thing.
No.
If Florence Pugh asked me to take a bath like that, I would do that 100%. I'll take the mask off everything. I was like, oh, Yelena, what potatoes do we need for this bath?
Oh God,
I was
Mac.
like, I wasn't expect. Honestly, I forgot that she was in the movie, and like, I'm so glad Florence Pugh. Like, if she's like one of the new focuses after Doomsday and Secret Wars, I'm 100% happy with that because I love her character in the Marvel's movies. She's become like one of my favorite characters.
I really enjoyed Detective Jean DeWolf. I thought she was.
Oh, she was great.
I
Okay.
liked her character a lot. I think once we get the next Spider-Man movie, there was some TikTok I was seeing that's gonna drive Spider-Man to go after like a possibility of Venom. There was like some TikTok I saw. I would have to really, really go back and find it. And there was a theory that that character could get killed off in the next movie, which I'm pretty certain at this point we're gonna get us another Spider-Man movie because I mean everybody loves Spider-Man. He's a universally beloved hero. He is very recognizable. A lot of people love the character. So, not Disney, but Tom Holland would have to be crazy to turn down a Spider-Man movie. But I don't know if it would be the last one, but I think it would be his second to last Spider-Man feature film, at least in my opinion. But I do want to bring up the script. This was written by Chris McKenna and Eric Summers, and they are working on the script for Avengers Doomsday. So if curious to know if you enjoyed the script here, then you'll very curious to know what you guys think of it when Doomsday
Well,
comes out because it's written
they
like by five different
they didn't like right.
four other people.
They helped like well to clarify. They didn't like write the script. They helped like kind of like prep it up a
There's
little bit. Yeah,
there was four people I think written on the script for
yeah.
Avengers Doomsday,
Because the
but
other ones are
for
Michael Waldron and Steve McFeely.
But they have worked with the Russo. Chris has worked with the Russo brothers in the past. I just want to shout out some of the films that Chris McKenna has worked on. The Girl Next Door, Igor, the Lego Batman movie, Spider-Man: Homecoming, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Spider-Man: Far From Home, Spider-Man: No Way Home, Ghosted. Ooh, such a bad Chris Evans movie. Yikes. And Spider-Man: Brand New Day. So,
Okay, so 5 out of
uh,
8's not bad.
which one?
5 out of 8's not bad of good movies.
I mean, yeah, some of those are, good movies, but that's for Chris McKinnon and Eric Summers has worked on, as I accidentally closed out the page. He's also worked on the Lego Batman movie, Spider-Man: Homecoming, Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Spider-Man: Far From Home, Spider-Man: No Way Home, Ghosted, Spider-Man: Brand New Day, and then of course we have upcoming Avengers Doomsday. So, I'm curious to know how that's all, with their writing style is going to transform into Avengers Doomsday. I thought Dustin Daniel Cretton did a great job directing. It's so different compared to what John Watts brought audiences because the last film John Watts directed was Wolves, but he was very busy lately producing other films, including Final Destination Bloodlines, Mac.
Yeah, he was originally going to direct it. He's just producing. He was originally going to direct a Fantastic Four movie. And he's producing. He's going to Russo's brother. Not Russo. He's going to Phil Lord and Chris Miller. Just produce everything and then slowly direct your way back to when people need you.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything since Wolves, really. He did do two episodes of Skeleton Crew, which was one of the Star Wars television series. But I kind of want to see what he is directing next behind the scenes, but I don't know. We'll see what I'm curious to know what he thought of Spider-Man because he, directed three of them, and now Destin, really knocked it out of the park. I think with his direction with that, with Brand New Day. But yeah. I really enjoyed it. I think in terms of like my favorite Spider-Man, I think this is my favorite Tom Holland Spider-Man performance, but I don't know if it's my favorite Spider-Man film overall if we're talking, because I know James, you mentioned Spider-Man 2 as being your favorite of
Yeah.
all time. I kind of agree with that, but I'm such a sucker for the first Spider-Man. I think it's like one of my all-time favorite films. That's one of the films that really got me into loving film and just superheroes in particular. So I kind of have a soft spot for the first film. even though a lot of people love the sequel, I just am like, yeah, I always go back to the first film.
I think they could flip flop because I
Yeah.
love Green Goblin. Because
He's
you gotta
just,
remember, I think with these movies you gotta look at it in context, right? There was no other. It was just Spider Man. There was really nothing out at the time, and I think to this day
yeah.
I could watch Spider Man anytime it comes on. Like these Tom Holland ones, I won't watch it. I can watch parts of them, but I can't watch. I wouldn't sit and watch an entire one again. They're just
That's how
nothing
I kind
that's
of
gonna.
feel
Yeah.
about the Andrew Garfield ones, at least. Like, at least I can watch, the Tom Holland ones, like, on reruns if they're like playing on, like,
Yeah.
broadcast TV or whatever. But like I think we lived at a time where we were just like in this rerun era of like buying the DVD and just rewatching Spider-Man like on repeat and just seeing it on TV and just getting excited. I feel like that was
Right.
such a different time in our lives where we
Right.
just felt that sense of nostalgia for Spider-Man and just seeing Tobey Maguire like, yeah, that's my Spider-Man.
I think
You
it's more.
know?
I think the Tobey Maguire movies are more rewatchable than the newer
Yeah,
ones. To be honest with
that's
you.
what it goes into.
Yeah,
So
I just feel like that. Like it's definitely something where it's more. 'Cause I still think the second one is is the greatest Spider-Man movie, and people are like, because like the thing I'm like rewatching like a lot of the older ones, I'm like damn, like these ones are just super like they're just fun, they're just
I
memorable.
know we meme on it too. I still rewatch Spider-Man 3. I just think
I'll
I
defend
just have a
Spider-Man
soft
three.
spot. Me
I
too.
I think Spider-Man three
I
is
think
not.
it's not that bad. It could be worse, but
Oh, I,
it's
I think Spider-Man 3 is bad, but I don't think it's like as bad as people think because I mostly blame Sony. Because I feel like if Sony never, my theory with Spider-Man 3 is that if Sony never told Sam Raimi, hey, you got to put Venom in your movie. And he's
Right.
like, I think once he said that, and like Sony's like, well, if you don't put him in the movie, we're gonna like take it away from you. He just said, okay. That's what he just said, give up. He puts in the greatest scene, the dancing scene, and the emo McGuire is the greatest
Emo Maguire.
creator of all time. And I don't know. I really wish that if the Spider-Man 3 we originally were supposed to get happened, then that way Spider-Man 4 could have came out. But in a way, you kind of like respect Spider-Man 3 because it's like at least in a way kind of in a vacuum ends the trilogy. And like we did kind of get that closure with No Way Home and with
Yeah.
the rumors going on with Doomsday, we might get one more time to say goodbye. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't know.
I
That might be
feel
kind of.
like Toby would do it for a certain degree because I think he had fun going back, and you can tell that even Andrew had fun. I think everybody has such a soft spot for Spider-Man that I think now Toby and Andrew realize that like so many people love this character. I think it's different compared to like a Batman or like Iron Man or Captain America. There's just something about Spider-Man that makes the character so genuine and so full of
Yeah.
hope, you know. And we see that in a lot of the scenes in Spider-Man and Brand New Day, especially when we see when Spider-Man is resting in the hospital, it's like a lot of people see hope in him. They see
Yeah.
goodness in him. So, and I think that's what people see when they watch this, Spider-Man films. So, yeah, we'll
I am
see if
excited.
Toby shows up in
Well,
Doomsday.
he'd probably be killed. That's the rumor. That's good. He's gonna killed off the X Men.
Oh
That's the rumor that
gosh.
keeps going around. The incursion is gonna be like the beginning is just him and his world fighting, and the X Men gonna kill him off. Like, what type of rumor is that? Where do we get that rumor from? Like,
I
you're like,
don't
yeah,
know.
Spider Man, everything. But I think there's two more things we forgot to touch on. How'd y'all feel about Sadie Sink as Jean Grey? I thought she was. I
I thought she
guess
was pretty good, but I think
she needs to.
she's not the best. She's not my favorite Spider-Man villain, but I like what they did with the character a lot. I think it was very different what they were deciding to do with her possessing the different bodies. I think it was very different what they were doing. It's still not as iconic. Like I still love Mysterio. Like I think he's like one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. Not just because Jake Gyllenhaal played him. I'm sorry. My husband is like, you like that one because of Jake, and I'm like, no, I love Mysterio.
Well, I
Think
think
he's
Sadie Sink still needs to break out of that strange acting because I'm like some of her for delivery in this movie. I was like, oof, well, you got some stuff to
I
work
think
on.
she's the best actor to come from Stranger Things. I think from
That's
that
a
series
bold
and
strategy. That's a bold
well,
statement,
like I
guys.
mean, Millie, what is it, Millie Bobby Brown?
Yep.
I just, she's just been so many duds. I really haven't seen any of them star in anything that like caused my interest. Like Sadie Sink at least has been in so many different things. She's done Broadway. She did the Taylor Swift music video. Now she's in Spider-Man. She's done like all these different things that have, lined really well with her career. And I think she's good. I think kid wise, I'm not talking about the adults, that everybody, watched in the series. But I mean, I also love Joe Keery. Joe Keery is also really great.
James, what do you think about Shitty Sink?
Yeah, I know she's a great actress. What was that? The Whale. I thought she was fantastic. So
Yes.
I knew that she has the chops. I just don't think that. I think they're setting up just for X-Men. I think this is introduce her here, just sort of get your feet wet into this before you get into a bigger role. So that's what I think. It's just to kind of get her feet into this massive. You came from Stranger Things. This is a different animal, right? This is a different beast. So I think she did the role she was expected to do, just sort of get people interested in the character. I think X-Men's really gonna see how she can see her true potential, right? But yeah, seeing her in the Whale, I knew she had the talent. I just don't think. I think they're playing it safe with the character. 'Cause again, we up till it came out, we didn't really know, quote unquote, who she was, so she couldn't really say who she was. She had to answer questions a certain way. So now that it's out the bag that you are this character, I think going forward, they're gonna give her obviously lot more to do. And I'm excited to see sort of the future. But I think again, I think it's just more of an introduction to the character. I think the focus was Spider-Man dealing with all this crap, but you needed some sort of bigger threat. You needed something bigger in this movie. So I feel like she was just not really a backseat. I think she was just a passenger, really. She wasn't really driving, didn't have much to drive the movie. I think she was just there to help him along and give him a bigger threat, something to challenge him. But she did a good job given the circumstance. So maybe I got two questions. Maybe you guys can answer them. Number one is, where does Spider-Man put his cell phone? That bothered me for the longest time. I know he has a flip phone. The fold. That's like a flip. That's the $800 phone.
That was a
So I
product
don't worry for
placement.
the phone.
That was a
Yeah,
product placement as hell. I was like, damn, just whipping out that flip right there.
yeah. So I don't know where he puts the phone. And then two, the problem I have with these two is that he don't have a job. That what annoys me. He does not have a job. So how is he affording all this big apartment? I want to see him work. I think the Bugle needs to be in these movies.
like
That's my
like
gripe
as a
with them.
pizza delivery guy. I think that would
He's,
be kind
he,
of cool.
he's just
Like
something.
imagine he's like web
Yeah,
swinging pizza
Well,
because they
I
did
yeah,
they did that like little placement that's around with, I think, is it Little Caesars or Papa John's? Like I saw so much
yeah.
advertisement for that. Like it was like one of the two. They really want to play some product placement.
whoa,
Yeah,
he
that's that. Yeah,
stole.
that's my gripe with these movies. That he just don't have a job. Like that's what made the other ones so much better. Parker was broke. I'm like, damn, I'm richer than Parker.
Oh yeah,
That's me. Oh, why Spider-Man was so good. He had to struggle. He had to come up. He had to do it on his own. In these movies, he never ever had to struggle, except Homecoming. He had Aunt May's to buy a backpack. Now you have massive apartment in New York, 8 monitor. What we doing, man?
I
What
gotta
we
say,
doing?
yeah, because that apartment that's downtown New York, and that rent's probably crazy. I mean, someone said maybe Tony left him some money.
I don't like that, man. I don't like that.
I'm like, but I'm like, you still like
No.
he's in an apartment, and then he talked to the landlord about moving to the damn attic, which is the storage room, which is much bigger spaces. So I know that man's like, okay, you have to pay more rent there. Like, come on, they could have a scene where he's like, give me rent, Spider-Man, rent, Peter, rent.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that is a good question though, because I'm like, this be like, I was realizing like his gadgets and shit, like that has to cost money.
Maybe he's doing some like dark web stuff and making money that way that we don't know.
Well, it's still
I mean, it's not a big thing. It's just the other ones. That's where the other ones have it. That's why for me, I couldn't put this one as the best because part of Spider-Man was always that struggle. He was always by himself. He didn't have all his money, so I like to see him work. Like, damn, man, he's doing. I can't complain, man. He's out saving the world and he's hustling like I am. It's just all that's what makes Spider-Man so relatable. Always to me was like he's just a kid. He's just a kid trying a smart kid, but just he got bigger responsibilities. He make mistakes along the way, and he's learning. I don't think prior to the last movie, I don't think this Spider-Man has had to like deal with the making these mistakes, right?
Right.
That Andrew Garfield and Tom McGuire. I mean, they're still great. I mean, just like Batman, there's different. Batman's been around so long. There's different versions of Batman, so I know we're getting a different version of Spider-Man. But I just liked the ones that were closer to the comics for me. And I think Toby and Andrew were that struggle. I think that being alone, I think that was always kind of what resonated more for me, which is why I just like these movies, but I couldn't put them higher. I just like that version of Spider-Man is always the one that's gonna be closer to my heart. So
Okay.
I will
Fair
say
enough.
another thing that bothers me too is just like I really wish that I thought the Scorpion was gonna be a bigger character in this movie because I love Michael Mando and I was excited for him to come back because they were teasing that from the first
yeah,
Spider movie where he's like, I'm out now, what's up, Spidey? And like they had the montage fight and then like he fights him again, but it's like, oh, he's possessed by Jean Grey, and then we don't see him again. Like, damn, bro, like how can you do
yeah,
that to me? Fuck.
yeah. So where do you guys think they go with this character, or where'd you like them to go?
It
There's only one way to
depends.
go. You gotta bring in the soul power. You gotta bring in Miles Morales. It's time.
Yeah,
It's
they
because
gotta do that.
even Feige said after the next Spider Verse will be next year, we finally gonna get it. That they're actually planning on bringing in Miles Morales.
I think it's also going to depend on the events of Doomsday too. Like I cannot say for certain until like what I see in Doomsday.
Right. Yeah.
But I wanted to bring up one point about Jean Grey. I feel like Sadie Sink gave a better performance of Jean Grey than Sophie Turner.
Well, no one watched
Sorry,
those
Sophie.
movies.
Well, I think past Days of Future Past, I think everybody gave up once X-Men Apocalypse came out, and then they just saw what that craziness was, and then nobody watched Dark Phoenix. There was no hope for Dark Phoenix.
I mean, Jennifer Lawrence, you can see the smile on her face when she got killed in Dark. She's like, I'm free. She's like, yeah, I get
And
to be.
maybe once she sees that everybody's coming back for
She's not coming back. She's not doing another franchise movie ever again.
oh god.
She's so tired out of that. I don't blame her. Right? I know the shout out to Hunger Games is gonna be back in theaters in September for the
Oh,
anniversary.
okay.
But I'm excited for what the future holds for Spider-Man. Obviously, gonna be a sequel. If this stops Sony from making the god awful, terrible spin-off movies, then I'm absolutely happy. Maybe Madam Web will make a cameo in the next Spider-Man movie, or maybe you'll get Kraven the Hunter. Or I will ask this one last thing for you in our grades. Who can explain that post-credit scene? Because I was like, what the fuck is this? Because I think either mean one of two things. So, spoiler: post-credit scene. Ned is the CEO of the. I love that meme with the Jacob. He's like, he's the CEO. Like that meme makes me laugh with that. But he makes the Spidey locator app. And
Mhm.
they mentioned the movie like Spidey locator here, here, here. So the after credit scene, it's the Spidey locator in New York. And it's like new Spider-Man detected. Location unknown. It goes all the way into space. And it says, what does it say? New Spider-Man detected or Spider-Man detected? Does it say?
Yeah.
Right.
And it says Spider-Man will return. Does that mean either we have the variant of Peter or Spider-Man that's confirming to be one of the either Andrew, Toby, or Miles, or is it like Peter in space?
I think it's Toby. Yeah, that's my guess. Is that it's Toby.
That could be a good guess, or do you know be really crazy? It is Miles Morales, and they're just teasing everybody. So
Maybe.
mm,
But yeah, I think yeah, I guess we'll find out, right? I'm not sure if we'll get
we'll
the
find out
answer.
really soon. Did y'all
Eh,
get your tickets for Doomsday?
Fuck no, because that shit sold out.
yeah,
I didn't get it. I got mine for Dune. I did get my
yeah,
Dune tickets.
yeah, I got both. Guys, remember it's supposed to be I think 6 o'clock or whatever time. It actually went up 10 minutes earlier for Doomsday, so I was able to get that. And then Dune also went up like 4 minutes before it was supposed to. So I able to get my ticket for both of
I'm
those.
doing the
So
early screening for Dune. Like I got the early one. It's like they're doing a Tuesday showing. I got
yeah, I got,
that
I got
one
that one.
right.
Yeah,
I
I
had
got
to
that one
get
too.
that one. I was like, I have to see how this needs to end. Like I need to know. Like I can't.
I'm
Like
bleeding on my
you
social
know.
media.
Yeah. I'm gonna read.
I'm like nobody say shit. I'm gonna avoid it because we're probably gonna knowing my dad and I because we're gonna we were trying to do day one of Doomsday, but yeah, all the tickets were gone. So there was no. So it's literally like we have to try to find it like maybe on a Wednesday the next week. So I have to survive a weekend in 3 days probably to see Doomsday. So I'm like I ain't talking to anyone. If I gotta get myself in like a chamber in my closet and don't go on social media, I'd be happy for that.
I mean, I was able somehow I was successfully able to avoid stuff with brand new day because I saw it Friday. I didn't, because usually I try to see the Marvel movies that
Yeah.
Thursday night, but somehow I dodged a lot of stuff that was being spoiled, or people who went to early screenings and recording stuff. Like there was nothing that showed up on my feed.
Yeah,
So
I'm hopeful for Doomsday, which they probably will do only press screenings. I don't think they'll do the general public screening like they did, for Brand New Day when I went. It was just like press only. So it wasn't because if it's a regular screen, you can forget it. It's gonna be spoiled like
Oh my
crazy.
god,
So
yeah.
I don't think Marvel's gonna
mhm.
do that. I think they'll just have like press screening, very very strict. You post anything,
They're gonna
we're
kill
on
you.
your ass.
They're
I
gonna
think
murder.
Because someone's gonna want to do that, right? Like if you're the first person to
I
spoil it,
think
of course you're gonna get views, but you
they
can't ruin it for
gotta
people.
I think now I think for a lot of these screeners, like screenings for press screenings, because I've been seeing it really common with a lot of people. I feel like you had to have a lot of nerve to take your phone out during the movie and just record one little bit because they can track your,
Let's say,
IP or whatever. They you would have a lot of nerve to take some form
Yeah.
of video
what,
or photo like that. That
what
just shows a lot of nerve. Then I just shows I don't trust you. Then if I were a studio, like
wasn't
do
that
not bring them back.
wasn't that the thing at CinemaCon where apparently the rumor I heard was that the reason why like the Doomsday trailer didn't leak early is because they had like a laser they show when you take your phone out and like
Well,
they
they also
actually.
have those want yonder pockets because when I went to this was a couple years ago. This was like 7 years ago when I went to the MTV Video Music Awards. They had everybody's phone in a yonder packet. Like I couldn't get my phone out until after I left the arena, and somebody had to like unlock my phone because they didn't want anybody recording anything, and
Yeah.
they're very strict on that. But I don't know, with these press screenings, you can never trust. I think you can trust press, but I think it's
Yeah.
people who do like reactions, like
Brutal.
social
Yeah.
right away, out at
Yeah.
the theater influencers. I think that's what they need to worry about most, even though they rely on a lot of influencers, and
Yeah.
there's like a blurry line between influencer and press, and
Yeah.
journalism. I think there's been a lot of discussion about that, but I don't know. I would studios might just start rethinking things when it comes to like taking your phone out during a movie, especially when it comes to press. But I especially hate it because, like, here's the thing: I'm gonna just talk real crap about somebody. I was at the Tribeca Film Festival and I was in one of my screenings, and there was some annoying journalist. He was an older gentleman. He sat 3 seats away from me. It's not, we had the whole theater and he chose to sit 3 seats away from me. And we were watching the movie, and every 5 minutes, when an important event would happen, he would take out his phone. And I don't know if he was doodling in his notes, but I was like, oh my God, sir, you need to put your phone away. This is a press screening. What are you doing? This is like the first time they're showing this movie. Why are you taking out your phone? Like,
Yeah.
stop. Like, and it was like going directly towards my face as somebody is talking about drug abuse on the screen. And there's somebody right there looking at their phone. I'm like, sir, put your phone away.
Listen,
Yes.
you can write. You use a pen and paper to write down your notes. I've
Yeah,
done it
I
before
don't
in a
understand
theater.
why people don't do that. I get it's in a dark room, but oh my God, just do your best and memorize stuff. Do your best. Do your best knowledge. You don't have to take out your phone. It's like
Yes.
distracting for
Yes.
everybody.
Speaking of that, how do you do when you watch movies? That's what I do. I do it all internally. Like I don't ever write anything down. I do it all internally. If there's something I really want to say afterwards, I'll do a voice note. If there's something I really got to remember, but I try to. That's why I do my reviews right away, so everything's
Hmm.
right in my mind. So do you just do that too? Do you internally kind of keep your thoughts, or do you
I,
write in the dark or whatever? How do you
I,
guys do your
I,
note taking, if
I
any?
usually I usually do both because luckily I
Hmm.
see it with my dad. So sometimes when I see a movie on my own, I have to like go on my phone after the movie and do like quick like notes or like okay, when I go back I'll write so I can have the key notes. But usually it's kind of
Yeah.
like I remember the key points. Sometimes I do sleep on it and I'll be like, okay, I think I can like still think about it the next day. Like okay, bad.
Hmm.
There's only I think the only time I had to write down something. I think I was watching like I think it was it was the last what was last year? Companion. I like something I liked and I was like, I'm gonna forget about it. So like I had like a piece of paper on my pocket and like a pen for my job. And I like jotted I was the only one in the theater. I jotted down like a quick note and that's it. But usually I can just like remember the key place I want to talk about.
Yeah. I do
But
that, but if I'm home, like I usually, because when I'm home and I'm watching a screening or one of the streaming movies, I usually have my notepad or my notebook, and then I just like jot it down. Or if I'm in the theater, then I take like a notebook if I decide to like if this is one I really want to focus on and really write about,
right,
or just like really think about it, then I will take my notebook. But most of the time I don't. I just have to sit there and just digest and then be like, okay, how is this going to feel like 2 hours after once I'm home and I sit at my computer or I'm recording in front of my, my camera and be like, okay, here's what I'm going to say, how I felt about it. Sometimes I don't always record my reviews right away because like what Matt said, I also like to think about it and sleep about it, let it digest overnight and see, if that changed anything. And sometimes that really does happen. I love it. Like when I get out of the movie, I'm like, oh, this is A worthy material. Then I think about it more. And then I go, no, this kind of is going towards maybe like a B plus.
right.
So,
Because
but
sometimes it
Interesting.
depends. It depends on the film. Like the Ice Cream Man, you can already be like, "All right, this shit's ass." I don't
oh
even write
yeah,
that.
like with
You already
like
know.
that's with ice cream man. You knew right away with me, like
Like
oh, this is
there's
dog
some
water.
movies where you're like, "This is gonna be great," and I already know what I want to talk about. Like with Spider-Man: Brand New Day, I was like, "Okay, this is a great film." Like I already know what I want to talk about. And then those movies that are terrible, like Ice Cream Man, where you're like, "Okay, bet I don't want to talk about." Or then there's movies like like Supergirl. I know Supergirl I hate, but I was like, you know what, Supergirl wasn't that bad. But let me figure out like what I liked about it, but still be like, okay, it wasn't bad, but I don't think it was still a good movie.
Oh
Right.
So
yeah.
stuff like that. But yeah, our final grades for Brand New Day. I'm gonna give Brand New Day. I think I gave it an A for
I
final
gave
grade.
it an A minus.
I'll go. I'll go B plus. I'm very
Okay.
hard to please. Yeah, I
Ooh.
don't
That's
give.
okay.
Yeah, I don't give blockbuster movies A's. I'll be honest with you. I'm more of
Okay.
a in smaller film. That's just my rule of thumb. I just don't give a movie like that. I only one is Spider-Man 2, and because that was different. That changes. This is to me. Yeah. Anyway, but Spider-Man 2. Actually, the Batman. I recently I would give it an A too. I think the Batman was actually a well done movie. But typically, I don't give a higher rating to big tentpole movie. Just that's just my personal preference. B is still good though. B's good. Yeah,
Good.
B's good.
I had to
Yeah.
then James, I had to ask you a question then. What did you give the
Yes.
Odyssey for big budget?
Oh, Odyssey. I think you guys know I feel about the Odyssey. I didn't want to see it. Odyssey, honestly, I would say a C. I
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, I look at everything. The whole people flying out to see it in 7 millimeter. It's not that serious to me. To me, it's a C. I don't care to see it again. Yeah, I'm a big hater of the movie. More the hype with the movie. Thought the movie was fine, but it's just everything surrounding it, affects my grade because
Okay.
it's not that serious. So
Okay.
yeah,
Fair enough. Okay.
Honestly,
yeah,
that's how I feel about the back room. Just with my friends at work were talking about it. I was like, listen, y'all, I don't know what the fuck y'all watch because I was like, I was
yeah.
not impressed, but I'm like, hey, it's a movie. I was like, it did its job, and it's all right. But maybe that's probably gonna be me next month with the Resident Evil movie.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah. Think of
yeah.
the Odyssey too. Like so many people say, Odyssey is the best movie ever. No, it's not. Okay, no, it's not.
I agree. It's not the best. We talked about this movie
Yeah, yeah,
recently on the show, and I don't think like it's I said this in my review too, and we made this clear. Uh at least Mac and I made it clear on the show that it's not Nolan's best, and but it was entertaining. It was entertaining, but I still think like Nolan made his epic, like true epic when he directed Oppenheimer, I think, with how big and grandiose, not grandiose, that's not the right word. I want to say how epic how that was. Oh my God, my husband was just singing so loud. Oh my God, that just scared me. Sorry, I just got
right.
like so distracted.
but
Um,
y'all, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this episode. We have done a great job of doing Brand New Day. We are, of course, excited to see where the webhem's going to go next. James, it has been a joy
Yes,
for you to come on again. We appreciate it. I will ask you this and also tell the folks where they can find you at. What are some of the films you're upcoming? Like, we'll keep it small.
yeah.
September. What are some films you're excited for next month coming out?
I guess I'll say Resident Evil. Big video. That was a big fan of that video game, so real excited about that. And I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know what comes out next month. What else comes out?
We got Prime Time with Robert Pattinson.
That's
that
like
one,
my
yes. Prime
that's
Time,
like
yes.
my most anticipated.
Yeah, I forgot it comes out
Second
in
is like
September.
Resident Evil. Oh,
And
oh,
honestly, Fall 2, I love Fall, the first one. I'm not sure if
I
this will
was
have the
surprised.
same umph
I
because
was, yeah.
Fall. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
I was surprised. I actually did like the first Fall movie. I was like, oh shit, this is actually kind of good.
Yeah. See, now my eyes are on it, right? First one, I was like,
there's Fall, and then there's Whale
what is
Fall.
it?
Don't forget, there's Fall and Whale Fall. Oh
Too many
wait, that's
falls.
October. Oh,
Yeah.
whoops, that was
Yeah,
wrong.
so I would say Prime Time, Fall 2, and I would say Resident Evil, but really Prime Time's number 1 because I love, those shows, those the Predator was interesting. I hope they had the pizza guy. That episode was weird.
Oh
Guy just
yeah.
offered pizza. But yeah, I mean, I'm interested in sort of behind the scenes, right? Like, kind of the legal stuff with it. So hopefully it explores a lot of that. But Robert Pattinson is Chris Hansen. Didn't think that was my bingo card, but yeah. So I'll say those three.
I think I know what they're gonna do for Prime Time because I used to watch To Catch a Predator. I know a lot of those behind the
Yeah.
scenes
You gotta
stuff.
watch the documentary
Yeah.
Predators.
Predator, oh,
That
that was good, yeah.
documentary is incredible. Oh my
Uh,
gosh, that documentary is incredible. So nobody's excited for Practical Magic 2?
Anyway,
Unfortunately,
yeah,
I
James,
missed
where
that.
can the good folks find you at?
Well, I do my reaction videos on Instagram simply at I'm James Shaw, but I am working on changing the handle, still trying to narrow it down. But as of right now, just I'm James Shaw. Keep it nice and simple.
Right.
Oh, lovely.
I had a friend that saw Practical Magic too, by the way, Krista.
Oh, you saw somebody who saw it already?
I have a friend that saw it early. They said it was bullshit. They actually did not like it.
Oh,
They liked the first
no.
one. They were not vibing with it at all. I was like, damn, that sucks. But for me, I think next month I'm excited for. I'm curious about Fall 2 because, like I said, the first one surprised me. Didn't know this one actually is a direct sequel, it connects the characters to the first one. I was like, oh shit, okay. You know what the first Fall reminded me of? It reminded me of Frozen. Remember that movie from 2015 where they were on the ski lift?
Mm-hmm.
It reminded
Oh
me of
yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited for that one. God, y'all, I'm also excited for Prime Time as well too.
That's what I'm really excited about.
I'm excited for Rolling Loud too with Owen Wilson, the
Uh,
Rolling Loud movie.
I'm excited for Your Mother,
Okay.
Your Mother, Your Mother. The
Yeah, that comes out too.
Mahershala
Okay.
Ali and Giancarlo Esposito. I think that looks really awesome. One movie that comes out, I think you all should put on your radar is the musical. It's the Gillian Jacobs, Rob Lowe, and Will Brill film. Oh my God. It's so funny. I saw it at Sundance virtual. Oh my God. It's so funny. See it.
I'll put that down.
Yeah. Also, another
I,
movie you should put on your radar is Run, Hide, Fight Infidels to laugh at, which I
oh
pretty
gosh. Oh gosh.
We got Shout Out to Citizen Vigilante and Run, Hide, Fight Infidels. Those are two movies that people are going to be like, wow, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Kristen, what do we got coming up on the podcast?
Well, next time we're going to talk some real garbage. We're talking Ice Cream Man as we close out our summer movie season.
Good luck.
Ay, 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 Eli Roth. Ay, 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 oh,
Okay, you're
Mac,
being
the things
overdramatic. It
I
was not
do.
bad.
No,
Stop it. Stop.
Mac.
It was not bad.
Mac.
Stop it.
It was bad.
No, stop it.
Mac. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna close out the summer movie season with Ice Cream Man. But yeah, that's our next episode.
And then tune in because we're going to be talking about the Resident Evil movie, which I have a theory that it was originally a Resident Evil movie. It was a different movie, and they said, "Hey, Zach, you did weapons. You're a good commodity. Can we slap Resident Evil to this?" Okay. But
oh gosh,
because I mean, I like the approach it has with it. It's it's more of
Different.
it feels like an NPC. It's like if we were plopped into Resident Evil and we had to survive and scatter. But I'm excited for it. I'll probably see the theaters. But until next time, you can follow us on YouTube. Make sure you drop a sub. Donate to our Patreon as well. Two link in the description below. Make sure you follow James and also follow us on all your streaming platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, iTunes, wherever this is the podcast. Until next time, I've been back. This has been Chris and James. You've been listening to the Epic Gamer Productions podcast. Peace.
bye.
Peace.